Hello, it's Miss Laura with the Wichita Falls Arts Council, and today we're going to make a color wheel pizza that'll look just like this. So we're using the colors on a typical color wheel. Colors that are opposite each other are complementary colors, and they're going to go in this specific order, but we're going to be able to choose our own toppings. They can be traditional toppings or non-traditional toppings. Like these, we have some flowers, a smiley face, an egg. To do this, we'll need a full sheet of gray paper. I'm using white because I run out of gray. I have a template for the color wheel pizza, including the crust pieces. And then I have 6 half sheets of construction paper in green, red, purple, yellow, blue, and orange. I'm using a pair of scissors today to do a lot of cutting, a pencil to draw shapes and toppings to cut them out, and I'm using glue to glue everything together. So I'm going to start with my color wheel template. And I'm going to cut out the pizza shape just on the outside of the outermost circle. I don't need to be exact when cutting this out. I'm going to cut a little bit outside of the line. Okay, once my circle's been cut out, I'm going to now cut these into individual slices. So I'm going to end up with 6 slices. Oh, each look like this. I'm going to reintroduce my half sheets of colored construction paper. And I'm going to glue each of these slices to a piece of construction paper, so 1 per color. I'd like to line up one of my flat edges with the flat edge of the construction paper. That way I'm not wasting paper and I'm reducing the amount of cutting that I have to do. So I'm going to apply glue to the back of the slice. I want to make sure the printed side is facing up, so I'm applying glue to the back. I'll do this with all 6 slices, 1 per color. Okay, once all of my slices have been glued to my construction paper, I'm now going to cut out the slices. So I'm going to cut right on this outer line here. I'm also going to cut this inside line and this flat edge. Okay, once all of your pieces are cut out, you're gonna separate all the little crusts, skinny pieces from the slices. So I'm gonna put all of my crusts in one little pile. And all of my slices in another pile. I'm going to find my gray piece of paper and start arranging my pieces in order. So they need to follow this specific order. So I'm going to start by locating my red slice and placing it on my paper so that the point of the slice is somewhere near the middle of my paper. Then I'm going to find my orange slice and place it to the right of my red. Then I'll find my yellow, and that goes right next to the orange to the right. And then green. And then blue. And purple. I'm gonna move it around to find the center of my paper. And then start by gluing down each of the slices. You can glue them all into a circle like this. I've also, on some of them, chosen to have one slice a little bit out. But if you want to keep them all together, that's fine too. So I'm going to grab my glue stick. And I'm going to try to not move this too much. I'm going to get my red slice, apply glue to the back. And glue it in place. And remember, we're gluing the back so that the color shows on the front. Once all of your slices have been glued down, you're going to find the crusts and then match them to their individual colors. I'm just placing them, I'm not gluing them. Okay, once all of our crusts have been placed with the colors of their slices, we're going to switch crusts with their complementary colors. So I'm going to look at the opposite slice, so the slice that's directly opposite of, I'm going to start with this green one here, and the complementary color green is red. It's opposite of green on the color wheel, so I'm going to switch those crusts. So the red crust goes on the green slice and the green crust goes on the red slice. I'm going to move on to this next color here, which is blue. Opposite of blue or complementary is orange. So I'm going to switch their crusts. And our last pair, purple and yellow. I'm going to switch these. And then glue them into place. Once all of your crusts are glued on, you can start making toppings with the rest of your construction paper. And when we're making toppings, we're using complementary colors. So if you're adding toppings to your purple slice, then you want to use yellow toppings. All you have to do is look at the crust, and that's the color of the toppings that go on each individual slice. So again, you can use traditional shapes like little pepperonis, or vegetables, or you can do non-traditional things. Like I have some clouds over here and some stars. So the toppings of your pizza are up to you. Just remember to use complementary colors, so colors that are on opposite sides of the color wheel. So I'm going to draw some shapes, cut them out, and then glue them onto the slice. So I'm going to work on this red slice, so that means I'm using green. Just have to look at the color of the crust. I'm going to draw some shapes. I'm going to cut them out and glue them. Okay, once all of your toppings are glued on, then your pizza is done.